That was it's a carol that's not too well known. It's an old Spanish carol from like I forget, it's either the 1500s or the 1600s. I wonder if it's either the 1400s. It's just from that time, you know, so. Before I sing the next Christmas song here, coming in, you might have noticed the merchandise table with all this stuff. Yeah. So, along with the merchandise on the table, you might have noticed some of the kids that are on the kids' pictures that are there on the table as well. And so I've been bringing these kids out on the road with me for a few years now, and it's with this organization called Holt International. So if you've come to shows before, you might have heard me talk about them a little bit. But what Holt International does is they find homes for orphans, and they also help families get in stable circumstances so that they can prevent having to give up their kids as orphans. And I think that's a really important part as well, to prevent that having to be as over here I have actually our merch gal. This is Emily, everybody, so say hi to Emily. And so she has one of these kids here. If you go to the merch table, this is where I'd love to ask for your help, Utah. And since we're in the time of giving back, in the Christmas time, it's the season of giving, right? I'd love to ask for your help to give back to these kids. So you can see what program they're in, where they're from. They're from all over the world, actually, from parts of Asia, Africa, South and Central America. And this little girl her name's Baek. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but Baek. And she's from Korea. And it tells a little bit about their background and their situation that they're in. So she's in a foster home, and so if you read this, I'm not saying, okay, everyone, go and adopt Baek, unless that's what you're looking for. There are people who come to the shows and actually are looking to adopt, and Holt helps with that. But I'm not asking for your help with that. What I am asking is for your help to, in the meantime that these kids are looking for homes and stable situations, they need help with food, shelter, and education. So for about $1 a day, Holt does that for these kids. And I've gotten to spend time with some of these kids, and it's a really special experience. Last year I was in the Philippines, and I was meeting with these kids. Philippines, yeah, mabuhay. I was with, sure, I'll give this to you. Thanks, Emily. So you can look at more, you can see Baek's situation over there at the table with Emily after the show. But I spent time with some of these kids that were staying in a home that Holt was helping. They're aged 19 to 24, and they were scholars. They had scholarships and were going and they were studying at college. And some of them were going to architecture, others in sports medicine. And they were all living together in this home, you know, young adults. And I kind of ignorantly asked, well, do you ever, like on weekends, do you ever get to go see any of your family or anything? Because you're all just here together. And the lady comes up to me and she says, these kids were actually never adopted. They don't have any families. And I was like, oh my gosh. And to think that these kids had no family, no help, but they were still able to go to school, had scholarships. And we passed there, kids were like on the streets, they were begging, they were stealing, sleeping on cardboard. I was amazed that these kids were able to have the help and support because someone decided to sponsor them and believe in them. And it just made me realize that really a little goes a long way, and by small and simple things, great things are brought to pass. I'm a big believer in that. So I just want to ask you to make a little bit of a sacrifice this season, this Christmas season, and give a little hope to one of these kids. Please go talk to Emily, and she can help you know how to sponsor a kid, and we would greatly appreciate that. So thank you. Thanks, Emily.